Welcome back to the deep dive. This time, we're diving into something really fascinating, something you all sent us requests for. Water. Like plain old water. We drink it every day, but when you actually stop and think about it, it's incredible just how vital it is for our bodies.
Right. It's so easy to take water for granted. For this deep dive, we went deep into the science, and what we found is there are like 10 core reasons why getting enough water isn't just a good idea. It's like the foundation of how our body works at every level.
I know, right?
Wow.
From the cells to your energy levels and just feeling good overall, water's involved in all of it. So for this deep dive we put together just for you, we're going to explore why consistent hydration is so crucial for your health.
Let's get started.
Okay, let's kick things off by looking at the tiniest building blocks of life, our cells.
Okay, so water is a major component of pretty much every cell, tissue, and organ that makes up, well, you. It's like the internal environment where all those chemical reactions are happening nonstop.
Oh,
But it's not just about being present. Water also acts as a solvent.
a solvent. So like when you stir salt into water and it disappears.
Precisely. Just like that, water inside your body dissolves and then carries vital stuff like nutrients and oxygen to where they need to go. And it also picks up waste products for elimination.
So it's like this constant flow, like a highway system inside us.
Exactly, a microscopic highway.
Wow. And this reminds me of what Dr. Howard Murad said in his book, The Water Secret. He called water, quote, the universal solvent of life.
That's a good one.
And when you really consider what's happening inside us all the time, it really makes you appreciate that statement.
Absolutely. And here's something important to think about. Even if you're just slightly dehydrated, this whole intricate transport system slows down. Cellular functions get messed up, and that can have a domino effect on your whole body.
So it's not just about feeling thirsty. It's about those fundamental processes that keep us going strong.
Right.
Okay, so we've talked about cells. Now, let's zoom out and look at how our bodies regulate temperature. That's another area where water is super important, right?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Think about sweating. It's your body's primary way of cooling down when you're working out or when it's hot. And what's the main ingredient in sweat?
Water, of course.
Exactly. And as sweat evaporates from your skin, it takes heat away with it, like a built-in cooling system.
So like air conditioning for our bodies.
Exactly. Dr. Lawrence Armstrong, an exercise physiologist, wrote about this in the Journal of Applied Physiology. He said that the evaporation of sweat is really the key to this whole cooling process.
Got it.
Now, here's the thing. If you're not well hydrated, your body can't produce enough sweat, so that cooling system can't work as well.
Which means you're at higher risk for heat stroke and other heat-related problems.
Right, exactly. If your body can't regulate its temperature properly, it can lead to a whole bunch of negative effects.
Makes sense.
Staying properly hydrated means your body has enough water to sweat and keep you cool and safe.
Okay, next up, let's talk about kidneys. Those organs that filter our blood all the time. How does water factor into that?
Your kidneys need water to do their job, which is filtering out waste and toxins from your blood. Think of water as the way those unwanted substances get dissolved and flushed out in your urine.
So if we drink enough water, our kidneys can clean our blood more efficiently?
That's the gist of it, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Adequate water intake helps your kidneys dilute urine, which is super important.
Okay.
A nephrologist named Dr. Gary Curhan published a study in the New England Journal of Medicine, and it showed that this dilution actually lowers your risk of getting kidney stones.
Kidney stones. Ouch.
Right. And when you're dehydrated, your urine becomes more concentrated, and those minerals can crystallize and form kidney stones.
So drinking enough water isn't just about getting rid of waste. It's also about preventing health problems like kidney stones. That's a big win.
Okay, let's switch gears a bit and talk about digestion. It plays a role there too, right?
Absolutely. Water is essential for a healthy digestive system. One of the biggest things it does is help soften stool, which makes it a lot easier to, go. Makes sense. No one wants to be constipated.
For sure. But it's not just about that. Water is also super important for absorbing nutrients from the food you eat. It helps break down the food and allows your body to take in all the good stuff like vitamins and minerals.
So even if you're eating a healthy diet, you still need water to get the most out of it?
You got it. A gastroenterologist named Dr. Eamon Quigley highlighted this in a review he wrote for the World Journal of Gastroenterology. He talked about how essential water is for regular bowel movements and overall good digestion.
All right, so we've covered cells, temperature regulation, kidneys, and digestion. Let's move on to the cardiovascular system, the heart and blood vessels. How does staying hydrated affect those?
Well, water makes up a big part of your blood volume, right? And that blood volume is what makes sure oxygen and nutrients get delivered throughout your body.
Right.
But when you're dehydrated, your blood volume goes down. It's like trying to run a pump with not enough water in it.
I get it.
Yeah.
So what happens then?
Your heart has to work harder to pump that thicker blood, which puts more strain on your whole cardiovascular system. And for those who are active, hydration is even more important.
Okay.
There was a study in the Journal of Applied Physiology by Dr. John Ivey, and he found that dehydration can really hurt athletic performance because it stresses the heart.
Wow. So whether you're exercising or just going about your day, staying hydrated is key for a healthy heart and blood vessels.
That's right.
Now let's talk about brain power. Does water actually affect how well our brains work?
Yeah, this is an interesting one. Even being a little dehydrated can affect your thinking. Studies have shown it can mess with your concentration, memory, and even your mood.
That makes sense. Sometimes when I'm feeling foggy or can't focus, a glass of water really helps.
That's pretty common, actually. Dr. Harris Lieberman, a research psychologist, looked at a ton of studies on this for nutrition reviews, and he found a definite link between dehydration and problems with thinking like shorter attention spans and worse memory. Basically, our brains need a balance of fluids to work at their best. If that balance is off, even a little, it affects our mental clarity.
So if you want to be sharp and focused, staying hydrated is a simple but powerful tool. Okay, what about our joints? How does water affect those?
Well, think of your joints like hinges, right?
Right.
They need to move smoothly without friction.
Yeah.
To do that, they need lubrication, and the main thing in that lubrication is water.
So water is like the oil that keeps our joints moving smoothly.
Exactly. The water in synovial fluid, which is that lubricating fluid, reduces friction between the cartilage in your joints. This prevents wear and tear over time. It also acts as a cushion for your joints when you're walking, running, jumping.
So staying hydrated is about more than just avoiding stiff joints. It's actually about long-term joint health and preventing injuries.
Right.
Now on to our skin. It's our largest organ, after all.
And water is super important for keeping it healthy, elastic, and looking good. It helps keep your skin hydrated, which prevents dryness and cracking, and it can even help reduce the signs of aging.
So when we're hydrated, our lotions and moisturizers work even better.
Definitely. Dr. Leslie Bowman, a dermatologist, wrote in her book, The Skin Type Solution, that hydrated skin is stronger and better at handling environmental damage.
Oh, okay.
Water helps your skin cells stay plump and healthy, and it helps with wound healing and skin repair too.
Got it.
It's like watering a plant, if it gets enough water, it thrives. Same with your skin.
Makes sense. Now let's talk about metabolism. How does water affect our energy levels and how our bodies burn calories?
Well, water is a part of tons of metabolic processes, the chemical reactions that keep us alive.
Okay.
This includes breaking down food and using nutrients for energy.
Right.
But here's something interesting. Drinking water can actually help with weight management.
Really? How does that work? Does it burn calories?
It doesn't burn a ton of calories on its own, but it makes you feel fuller. So Dr. Brenda Davies' research, which was published in the Journal of the American Dietetic Association, showed that if you drink water before meals, you feel fuller and eat less.
So staying hydrated could help with weight management because it helps you feel full.
Right.
Okay. Last but not least, let's talk about the immune system.
Water supports your immune system in a few ways. First, it helps transport immune cells throughout your body. Those cells need to travel to fight off infections.
Right.
Second, water helps get rid of toxins and waste products that can weaken your immune system.
So it's like a transportation and cleaning crew for your immune system.
Exactly. And third, water helps keep your mucosal barriers healthy. That's like the lining of your respiratory and digestive tracts. Those are your first line of defense against germs.
Okay.
Dr. Mark Moyad talked about this in his book, The Supplement Handbook. He explained how important hydration is for healthy mucous membranes, which are vital for a strong immune system.
Wow. So from our cells to our immune system, water really is essential. We've covered 10 reasons why staying hydrated is absolutely crucial for our health and well-being. It's not just a suggestion, it's a necessity.
Yeah. So think about your daily habits. Are you making a conscious effort to drink enough water, or does it slip your mind?
That's a good question for everyone listening. It's easy to forget about something so basic when we're busy.
Exactly. And given how much hydration affects our health, from our cells to our brains and immune systems, what are some small changes you can make in your daily routine to prioritize getting enough water?
Right, little changes can add up.
It's not about making huge changes all at once. It's about making sustainable habits that help you stay hydrated.
Great advice.
And remember, water is the foundation of a healthy life.
I think we've all learned a lot today.
Me too.
Thanks for listening to The Deep Dive.
Until next time.